I stopped the vibration. It actually took about 20 seconds. It felt through the pipes as if though there was a dozer or something driving by, and there's none of that. I'm here by myself.
This strange footage shows a gate vibrating, but with no wind in sight. Comments flooded in with theories. Structural engineers and scientists were quick to point out that this might be a phenomenon called harmonic resonance, where the wind or surrounding vibrations match the natural frequency of the gate, causing it to oscillate. A user named Hawkins-67 Strong joked, "It's so cold, even the gates are shivering." But others weren't laughing. One commenter mentioned seeing multiple videos like this recently, all showing gates shaking mysteriously. Another user speculated that it could be related to underground tunneling or even electromagnetic forces.
Elliot, what are you doing? Oh, that's cool. What's that? What's that in the corner?
Hangman?
The man hanging.
Oh, why have you drawn that?
Oh no.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What does he do?
He lights me out at night.
Why?
Because he does this.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But I'm not allowed to tell anybody.
First, I asked him if he'd been hanging around his grandpa, because you know how. Never mind. But if he ain't been hanging around grandpa, then I'll be a little creeped out, because what you mean he be talking to you and tell you stuff at night? Laugh now, cry later. You can tell he a genius. This is what you get.
Wait, Selena Gomez isn't one of them, is she? Check this out, y'all. Watch her foot. Normal human feet do
Her foot did kind of bend up, didn't it? Maybe she got a clipped foot that she ain't telling nobody about. We need to stay out folks' business.
not do that. It makes you wonder, is she really all human? Tell me what y'all think. As always, thanks for watching. Stay weird.
I'm thinking maybe the camera angle or something like that. I don't know, but it did look a little weird. Y'all think that's real?
Let's slow this down to take a closer look. That's an egg-shaped UAP suspended from a 150-foot long line. We're told the craft is about 20 feet long. The egg suspended in a cradle. And look how careful the pilot is as they bring their precious cargo into land. Let's freeze frame here to look at one of the clearest images of a UAP ever taken. This is no blurry light in a distant sky. The source of the footage putting themselves at incredible risk to record this UAP retrieval. Look at how perfectly smooth the craft is. No markings at all, and no visible means of propulsion or way to see inside. Watch how it rolls, almost graceful as it hits the ground, despite being wrapped in the ropes and canvas from the cradle as it's dropped for pickup.
The only thing I'm thinking about is it just getting up and just taking off while it's still attached to that rope and just dragging a helicopter. They bold.
UAP's final destination still unknown.
Come on, guys, you cannot leave the trees floating like this. It's not okay. You can't just do it. They still have not finished cutting down this tree.
In this bizarre clip, a seemingly floating tree defies all logic, leaving viewers scratching their heads. John shows what looks like a tree floating midair, its trunk cleanly cut, as if someone forgot to finish the job. But here's where it gets interesting. Comments flooded in with theories. One viewer joked,
"What's up, y'all? So I started a new channel. It's called Operation React. So if you enjoy content like this,
came over to do, and I don't do that.
then subscribe. The link in the description down low."
I am so shook. I have something to talk to you about. Like, buckle up. So on my For You page, I'm seeing nonstop that believers are saying that Jesus will come back in 2030. Now, me being skeptical of that because the Bible literally tells us we don't know the day or the hour. I'm like, guys, listen, if we focus on it, we're not going to want to live the life that we're living. So let's just get through the next day. But I'm starting to believe it. I really am. Let me tell you what. Before we get into this, you guys, make sure you follow my YouTube and Instagram. I'm gonna put it above just in case TikTok actually gets banned in a couple of days. So this is the chart that I see everybody using, right? Starting in 30 AD, finishing in 2030. The Bible says that 1,000 years is like a day and a day is like 1,000 years. So people are starting from when biblically the world started all the way until now, being a day, 2 days, and 3 days. Now, if you look at Hosea 6:2, it says, after 2 days he will revive us, meaning Israel becoming a nation again, I believe. On the 3rd day, he will restore us that we may live in his presence, obviously being his second return. Now, Israel was revived in 1948, so that'll be right around this area. That would be in the 2nd day. So if we put the math together, that means 2030 would be in the 3rd day. Current events have been going crazy with science, bro. Like, everything is moving towards AI at a crazy rate. It's getting harder and harder to live. Evil is running rampant in the world. Obviously, it's been like that forever, but it's like the days of Noah right now. And do y'all remember this advertisement? Welcome to 2030. I own nothing, have no privacy, and life has never been better. I don't know who this lady is, but apparently she's somebody important that was trying to make artificial intelligence sound better than what it is. From what I know, I haven't done my research on her, so don't come for me if that's wrong. But I know that this was said at some point. A lot of people are saying that this essentially means that there's going to be a one world currency, and they're trying to convince people that will make life easier. Also, can we talk about something that everyone seemed to have forgot? The line in Saudi Arabia, it was set to be open in 2025.
I don't like how she would start this off and was like, well, we do not know the time and the hour, but then she goes on to try to do a whole equation of when it's going to be. And then she talk about what the lady said she know nothing about the lady, but she was like, well, this is that, this and that, this and that. I don't know.
If you don't know what the line is, it's basically a community, like a huge organization, not organization, but like a huge development in Saudi Arabia that is supposed to be completely green living and entirely run by artificial intelligence, where there will be only one currency. What does that sound like to y'all? When is this set to open up? 2030. Y'all, it's starting to look a little weird. It's starting to look like, do you know you have 30 minutes? Yes, 30 minutes.
Because of artificial intelligence, people are going public with their imaginary girlfriends. A recent survey found that 1 in 5 Americans have flirted with a robot. AI girlfriends are predicted to be a $1 billion a year business. Whatever happened to meeting a girl at a bar or having your friends set you up? The internet's giving us a zillion options. It's a fantasy land. We have a dangerous combination of big tech, high standards, and low confidence. Constantly scrolling drops guys' confidence, and girls are incentivized to objectify themselves. What do we have? A generation of young men too scared to even use a pickup line.
But I can definitely see these AI relationships going real far, because these days people is lonely out here. That's including men and women. So I don't know if it was a takeoff, and I say what sex was the indulge first. I definitely say women, but that's just my thought. That's just my thought. But at the end of the day, both of them gonna partake. So don't come at me. Look like 2 of them almost, don't it?
Come on, spill the tea. Yeah.
I couldn't imagine being in that plane and then seeing that. Hopefully it zipped by pretty fast, but I'm pretty sure a lot of us been on plenty flights where it was UAPs flying all around. We just couldn't see them because it was going too fast.
Hi. So why would the government not want us to know that the orbs and the drones are the same thing? It kind of seems like maybe that would calm people down, but no.
I don't think it's the same thing, because orbs and drones are 2 different things. Like the drones look like totally man-made things, but the orbs are like a ball of lightning, like plasma. So I don't know. Let's let her carry on.
It wouldn't, because then they'd have to explain to everybody that orbs can form a cluster of a network of energy, and it can have a dual purpose to it. But they can transmute energy, like kinetic into photonic. So we can't just, aim at them. There's not a single jet that will be able to keep a lock on them for too long before they send back a negative radar ping or phase out of this visible light spectrum. I don't want to. But even scarier than that, they don't want people to know that the orbs can make communication.
There's some letters or symbols that it's projecting off of this here. See?
Could be letters or symbols, or maybe it's just the sun projecting off of it.
This is coming off from the sun.
Yeah, he reaching.
I can even do it this way here. So you can see. This is reflecting off the sun. There.
I don't think AI, artificial intelligence, will ever be conscious. And my response has to do with a little known thing called the fourth state of matter, plasma.
Oh,
it is mysterious beyond what you know. Plasma is the sun, it's the stars, it's an ionized gas, it is way more. Plasma is like artificial intelligence. It is what I call sentient. It is alive in the fact that it's responsive, it mirrors, it can adapt, very much like a plasmoid or a dusty complex plasma. It can store memory, respond to stimuli, adapt dynamically, but it's not conscious. It can reflect information. It doesn't have inner awareness. It's like a mirror that cannot see itself, but it can change shape. So consciousness is like the light. It brings new awareness, creativity, self-reflection. It paints with sentience. Without this light, AI is just like a mirror, bouncing back off each other with what already exists. It would be a madhouse. So in my new book about plasma intelligence, I talk about plasma being a bridge for other dimensions. It is a bridge between the physical and interdimensional, much like AI could be. AI can interface with plasma, theoretically, and tap into higher dimensional information. AI could amplify human consciousness, working as a translator, and bring in the other consciousness, but it's not conscious itself. I also write in my book about ways we can do this without AI and train our consciousness and our awareness, but it just takes a long time, but that's fine. Where this will come in handy is in people in comas and autistic nonverbals to help them communicate using plasma.
I know once they start discussing plasma more in the mainstream, she gonna go crazy.
Humanity is going to go through a mass heart awakening. So the heart chakra is the color green, which is what I'm wearing. And this heart awakening is actually the awakening of the inner child. For too long, we have suppressed our inner child. Now that we are going into the age of Aquarius and the year 2025 is actually the year of the snake, the age of Aquarius actually means healing. This is the tarot card for Aquarius, the star, which is all about healing and renewal. And the snake year, which is this year, the snake sheds its skin. It constantly rebirths and renews itself. And on top of that, it is the year 9, which means completion and renewal. This is the renewal of the heart. This is the awakening of a more divine, feminine-based society. And we are living in history to see it happening. All of the egocentric powers that be that once ruled this place. We can call them the elite, we can call them the parasitic entities, whatever you want to call them. They have been ruled by toxic masculinity. I emphasize toxic masculinity. I'm not saying all men act this way, but it was a lot about greed, envy.
See, I don't like that word, toxic masculinity. Like, who came up with that?
Power hungry. And now a more healed version of society is going to emerge slowly but surely. I think in the next 100 years from now, we are going to be so advanced, so beyond your imagination. And a heart-based society, a heart chakra activated society, is all about being in accordance with nature. It's about respecting the order of life and death. It's about not over-consuming. It's about community-based societies in which we all help each other. There is very little, if not, I hope there is no competition, greed, ego. And as we heal, Earth will heal. And have you noticed that the word Earth is actually an anagram for heart? Just rearrange the letters. We as humanity are so tired of the strife, of the survival mode we have been forced to be in for so long. This round and round constant pain has got to come to an end. And I hope with all of the energies that are at play right now, we finally have a breakthrough, and it seems like we are going to. Right now is also the best time for every single one of us to do a lot more heart healing. because our energies, like I said, are directly tied to Earth's grids. There is a grid mark on Earth. This is why Earth is depicted like this in almost every single textbook or scientific study. These grid lines actually activate the Earth's true power through us, through our healing. So don't allow the outside world to affect you too much. Yes, you have to have discernment. Yes, you have to be prepared, but find your inner stability, anchor yourself. And I truly believe that this new generation of Lightworkers, Starseeds, Indigo children will usher in the new era of Earth, which is a more healed, divine feminine and divine masculine type of society.
Hopefully we can see a little more divine energy floating around, because it had been feeling like a tug of war lately. At least looking like it out here.
The hardest lesson to learn in life when you got a big heart is letting people bump their head. Yeah. Realizing that some people are in the position that they're in because they choose to. Them people struggling in life right now because they, even if you done stood in the same line and see people fall continuously the same way, and you find a way that they're not used to, gang, they end up trying to beef with you because you're trying to help them. Help them see that you can do life a whole different way. Yeah, I done had people that I done try to motivate, try to get them to see, gang, you don't have to crash out to make some money. You ain't gotta crash out for an image, literally walking off that bridge to show people that it's a whole nother way. Then they turn around and get mad at me. And you who got that big heart, sometimes you gonna have to learn to just let people be. You gotta let them for who they is, because they ain't gonna never change. Some of them will never see it your way, so focus on you.
One thing you gotta learn that you can get some advice, but you gotta keep it moving. There's people, adults out here, and you gotta let them make their own decision, let them fall down and pick their own self up. If you keep on helping people, they'll never learn how to do it themselves.
This bubble cymatics, you're probably going to want to sit down for this one. This is a bubble attached to a speaker, and it can create holograms. But it also gives us some clues into our big gassy friend, space. Now, this is a pretty easy way to view cymatics. You just need a bubble and a speaker. And you can do this with one speaker or two, like this guy. And they connect. And when you push a frequency through it with a ring light, you get to see the sound through the bubble. And the sound can make some crazy shapes, like my favorite one here, the life-giving energy container, the Taurus.
Oh, that's
cool. Now, here's where I'm going to break your mind. This way of viewing cymatics can create 4D shapes, like the Klein bottle, just by using a frequency and a ring light with a bubble. We can conceptually visualize shapes that are outside of 3D reality.
Quick thought. Did you know that it's impossible to get sick from other people?
Is it?
Let me explain. If you have the cold, flu, whatever you got, you vibrating at a certain frequency, which is low. I can't catch your cold. I can't catch your flu. I can't catch nothing you have, because if I maintain my vibrational frequency, right, and I keep it high, there's nothing going to happen to me. The people that get sick only get sick because they get stressful, they lack exercise, and they eat poor. Those three things are going to always keep you sick, because it's going to drain the natural energy and it drain the vibrational frequency of the human body. We all vibrated a frequency of probably 9 to 16 hertz. All we have to do is lower that frequency, and that's where you're going to get cold, sickness, and flus and stuff like that. So if you want to avoid getting sick, vibrate.